Hello, Sunrise. In the upcoming months throughout the summer, I wanted to provide a weekly video to encourage, edify, instruct, connect with the church in some way, shape, or form that's beyond just the weekly preaching. And as I was thinking about that, I was thinking, well, what would be a way that I could encourage the church and feed the church in these months? And I got to thinking, oftentimes we think a lot about Bible reading at the beginning of the year in January, and we have these New Year's resolutions and we start, Bible reading plans, and we kind of kick off that habit. But summer is a great time to kick off new habits as well. A lot of people have summer reading schedules or reading lists. Your kids may have a summer reading list for their school. And so I got to thinking, well, what about reading our Bibles? Why not make the summer a time to encourage us, as many of us, maybe our schedule is scaling back or our kids are home and we can, we're going to be looking for things for them to do and to occupy our own selves. Maybe reading our Bibles and getting into the habit of reading the Bible would be a good start. And so over the coming weeks, again, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 maybe, I don't know how long it will be when it's all said and done. I want to offer just some short weekly videos to encourage you in your Bible reading. But it's not so much a scale or like a plan for reading or a particular text. What I'd like to do is just give you some really practical helps for how to read your Bible. What you will not get out of this series is a lot of nuts and bolts techniques for studying your Bible. So I won't be on here talking about maps and concordances and Bible dictionaries and that sort of thing. Those are all great tools, and maybe in the future we can talk about how to use some of those things. But really over the coming weeks, I want to talk about what philosophically we do when we're reading the Bible. And so we'll be looking at things about what to focus on and how to discern the context, or looking at just various and sundry genres and whatnot. So we'll be looking at some of those philosophical tools for the Bible reader, and particularly for the Bible reader that hasn't developed a Bible reading habit yet. And so if that's you, I hope that these videos are an encouragement to you. I hope you'd be able to find these weekly, prayerfully on Wednesdays, just as an encouragement to you. But this week, I just want to start with just real bare bones, real basic. I want to give you 3 quick things to take into consideration. I'll be honest with you, they're not plotting a lot of new ground, but they are helpful. And so just 3 real quick things this week. The first one is read your Bible. I know that seems rudimentary, but I want to encourage you to begin a habit of reading your Bible. There are a host of Bible reading plans. You probably have Bible reading plans in your Bible that you can find. And if not, there's a lot of them out there on the internet. You can find topical Bible reading plans. You can find daily Bible reading plans. You can find plans that will get you through the Bible in a year, or get you through kind of the thematic books of the Bible in a given year. I mean, there's all kinds. The goal isn't to just pick the perfect plan. The goal is to get in the Word. And so I would encourage you, read your Bible, start a habit, read it in the morning, read it in the afternoon, or read it in the evening. Figure out what works for your schedule, figure out what works for your wiring, and do that then. If you're not a 5 a.m. person, don't get up at 5 a.m. to try to read the Bible. But if you're an evening person, then do it at night. But figure out what works for you and read your Bible. Secondly, get your hands on a good study Bible. I'm a fan of the ESV study Bible. I use it in my sermon prep. I use it in my personal study. I've had it for a number of years. Actually, this one was a gift from my wife, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I like the ESV, and I like its study notes. So it's a great pairing for me. There are other great study Bibles. There's the Gospel Transformation Study Bible. There's the MacArthur Study Bible. There's the Reformation Study Bible. There's the Life Application Study Bible. There's the Matthew Henry. Go down the list. There are a lot of really good study Bibles. And if you have any questions about that, ask me, ask one of our elders. But we can get you a good study Bible. There's just a lot of really good commentary, a lot of good tools to sort of help solve some of the questions that are going to come up while you're reading your Bible. Which brings me to my third point, which is write in your Bible. Write in your Bible. Now, I know some people do not like to write in books. And so for me to sit here and say write in your Bible just rakes against the grain of that So if you don't want to write in your Bible, then get a companion journal. But really the heart of this is take notes. While you're reading, questions are going to come up, things are going to stand out to you, ideas are going to come, connections are going to start being made. It's good to write those things down. And I say write in your Bible because you can make those connections right there while you're reading. But again, if you have a good companion journal, you'll find that that's really helpful. And if writing in your Bible is merely a pragmatic thing, you just, the pages are so thin, couple quick tips. I write in my Bible using a pencil. That way the ink doesn't bleed through the pages. And I highlight in my Bible using an old-fashioned Crayola crayon because it doesn't bleed through either, and a highlighter will do that. But I want to encourage you to get in a habit. Get started. It's June. You've got months of summer, ways to, and this is a great way to kind of get a new rhythm going before the hecticness of the fall kicks back up. So real quick recap, read your Bible, get in a habit of it. Get your hands on a good study Bible. Ask me or one of the elders about this if you need help. And then write in your Bible or write in a companion journal. Take notes, ask questions, get answers to those. Look, happy reading. I hope that you're successful in developing a habit of reading. And I look forward to next week's video as we begin to delve into some of these philosophical questions where we'll start with talking about reading our Bible with a focus on Jesus.